Start. Welcome to another iCONNCT University. Thank you everyone for your patience. First and foremost, we are running some updates with the iCONNCT platform right now. So if you all see any sort of glitches or any sort of like anything with your agent apps, then that is the reason why. And this is also the reason why we're going to cut this short. I'm going to show you all a quick marketing strategy to get in front of your consumers on Instagram as easy as possible and get their attention. But as far as what we wanted to do, we're going to save it for next Tuesday. So what we are going to do, for anybody that hasn't been on here in a long time or anybody that's new on here, we've been learning that you all have been loving this interactive type of episodes that we do, where we actually do the training of how to do whatever it is on our phone. We show you how to do it, and then you all are on the receiving end, or you all are doing it with us as well. I think the best way to practice this stuff is to actually practice it and not just watch tutorial videos. And so what we were going to go over today was how the ICA team assigns leads to the real estate agents, and we were going to assign a lead, a test lead to every single one of you all on here onto your iCONNCT app. But we're going to save that for next Tuesday, and we're just going to jump to the next segment. Again, due to some technical difficulties we're having with the app, I have to get back over there with our dev team to try to figure out what's going on. But what I can do is share with you all a tactic that our marketing team has been using on Instagram in order to get in front of our audience, and not only to get in front of our audience, but to now start organically, aka free, bringing in people into our DMs and them asking questions about joining our team. Now, obviously, all of you are like, wait a second, Cameron, my target audience is not real estate agents. I don't want to sell homes to real estate agents. I want to sell homes to consumers. I'm going to show you all how to get in front of consumers as well in all of the different communities that are on Instagram. And so, without further ado, I'm going to come over to my handy dandy phone. I just want to show you all this message. We got this message yesterday from a real estate agent. And obviously there's some areas that are redacted just because I want to keep her information private. This is the message that I got from her. It says, "Good afternoon. I'm interested in learning more about your brokerage. I'm currently looking to make a move and would love to chat." And obviously I responded, "Of course. Sorry for the late text, but just finished up at the office. I can have our marketing manager, Cameron, give you a call first thing tomorrow morning. What would be the best number to reach you at?" And she said, "Perfect. My contact number is this." We actually scheduled an appointment with this real estate agent. She's meeting with a net next Tuesday. And so that's just like proof. I wanted to show you all just proof of the output of what I'm about to show you. And so I'm going to head over to my Instagram app real quick. So we're going to go into Instagram, and literally I do this in my spare time. I have our marketing assistant do this. I also have our content creator do this on different platforms. We're like now testing this on different platforms now that we're seeing a little bit of success doing this. We just started doing this about 3 weeks ago, and our engagement has been doing very, very well. I think we've increased about 30 or 40 followers. We've been averaging around like 7 to 10 new real estate agent followers every single week. And it's all because of what I'm about to show you. And it's so, so simple. I'm going to show you from a real estate agent perspective. I don't know if everybody, it looks like everybody is a part of the Warburton team on here. And so the reason why I asked that is because if you are entertaining the recruiting, like leveraging EXP's platform to generate revenue share for yourself, then, I mean, I would go in there and do this for yourself as well for Instagram. And so it's basically engagement, right? And so I shared this a little bit with everyone on a previous episode, but I didn't dive into this much detail. And so this is what I do. I understand how the Instagram platform works first and foremost. And this is how it works. When people post things, they always put their hashtags in there. And now Instagram's getting sophisticated to a point where I can search an actual phrase and it'll bring up the accounts of people who may have that phrase in their bio or people who talk about that topic. So it's very interesting because not to get too much into the algorithm, but they've changed Instagram in a way to where now it's based off of interest. What are people interested in? And so these keywords, if you will, are words that I research, that I test. I go in there and just, go in there and check myself just to see what is my target audience. For us, it's real estate agents. What is my target audience hashtagging? What are they talking about? What are they posting about? What's in their bio maybe? And so that's how I know where to get these words that I'm about to show you guys, these keywords. And so in here, obviously for the Warburton team, we want to recruit real estate agents in the Southern California area. And so what I'm going to do is let's do Southern California real estate. Oh my God, I spelled something wrong. So Southern California real estate, right? And it basically, first of all, gives me like a couple of videos from people, again, who are hashtagging Southern California real estate, people who may have Southern California in their accounts, reels that may have something to do with Southern California, right? Different audios and then hashtags as well, people who are hashtagging Southern California. So as you can see, there's not a lot of Southern California real estate hashtags. And so, but I'm going to go over to accounts. And this is very interesting because as you can see, this Purpose Life, a top producing real estate team of working mom valuing family. So here's a real estate agent in Southern California. It's actually a team. Here's another one, Stephen Vidal, realtor, Southern California local expert in Riverside. That's actually an interesting one. The Onyx Homes. And what I'm basically showing you is the demographic of individuals that I am trying to get a hold of, right? These are the individuals that I want to get their attention, right? This one, Amy, Southern California real estate agent. Mama, wifey, Michigan made, so she's from Michigan. Now she's over here, and she's more specifically in the Menifee area. So these are basically real estate agents in my area. And what I do, literally, I'm just going to show you live exactly what I do. I come in here and I genuinely comment on their posts. I like a couple of the posts that I like, right? So I come in here. Those floors are actually amazing. Come in here. Love the open floor plan. I think floor plan is one word. Amazing flooring. I sometimes go as far as asking them a question to really increase that engagement. And that's all I do. I just come in here and just start engaging with them, right? And so this is all of her stuff. Love the video. So I just like 2, 3, 4 pieces of content, and then I comment on one of them. And the reason why I am doing this is because on my profile now, right? So I'm just going back to my profile. I know that you see this 2 likes right here, right? That was coincidence, right? But on her profile, I now show up. And I show up as somebody just like this. So Rizlo liked your comment. Great information. Keep it up, right? So I commented on Rizzy Lowe's Instagram post, and she just liked my comment. And so as the person who is receiving the engagement from me, the engager, right? I'm going in there looking for them and engaging on their profile, on some of their posts. I'm now going to show up multiple times in her notifications, AKA I'm getting their attention, right? We've been doing this. We do this about like 10 to 30 times a day on separate accounts, right? So 10 to 30 different real estate agents just getting their attention. That's all I want. I just want their attention. And I genuinely comment on one of their photos. I am going to say this, and I hope everybody hears this very, very clearly. Do not go in here and spam people. Do not go in here. I'm going to say this 3 times so everyone hears this loud and clear. Do not go in here and put whatever comments and say, hey, I'm a real estate agent. If you need any help, go ahead and contact me. Do not do that because, and here's the reason why. Here's a great analogy. Make sure you see my face when I say this. If you were to go to a party or you were to go to some sort of social gathering, would you walk up to a stranger and tell them that? Would you walk up to a stranger and tell them, I'm a real estate agent. Have you thought about buying or selling today? You wouldn't say that. And so treat social media as if you were socializing with somebody in real life. I've never met this lady, but she posted something. Imagine I was actually physically sitting there. This is how I think about engagement online. Imagine if I was actually sitting at the bar with this lady and she had her phone out and she was scrolling through this home and I happened to see it. And that, what would be my actual comment that I would tell this woman? I would tell her exactly what I posted on there. Oh, wow, that's a good looking home. Those floors are amazing. What type of floors are those? To start conversation. And so think of social media like that, right? Social media. I said it on one of the past episodes that we did of this. Put the social in social media. There's a reason why it's called social media, because you socialize with people. You don't go on there and just spam them. And so, because if you all are like me, you see this and you're like, oh man, I can go into my communities. Name a community. Name a community that you all are interested in. I see a couple guys on here. I see a couple women on here. I'm just trying to think of interests that you all are interested in. Wine communities, parks, dogs, cats, interior design. Name a community that anybody is interested in on here. Cigars, fast cars. What's something I want to do something that you all actually do so you guys can so it can click for you guys. John, what's a community that you're interested in? What's some hobbies that you're interested in?
I honestly, all my time is spent here.
So real estate.
Cold calling. Yeah.
Cold call.
Follow up, boss. That's my life.
Yeah, got it. Anybody else? What's a community that you all are interested in? I'm literally showing you all a way to get
Hey,
free
Cameron,
leads.
put
Yes,
horse put horse racing in.
horse racing. That's a great community. Horse racing.
Yep.
Now you're going to see all these accounts that pop up with horse racing. Obviously, as a real estate agent, you want to do business with people who are horse racing in Southern California. And so let's do California horse racing.
Hashtag bookies.
Yeah, horse racing in California. And so here's the part where you actually have to do a little research, Stephen. So if you're interested in horse racing, there's keywords in the horse racing world that I don't know and that you know. And
Okay.
and if you're on social media, you know exactly what these keywords are. So if you're looking for people who own stables, if you're trying to look for people who are just interested in, just like John said, like the bookies, the ones who bet on the horse racing events in general. Like I know there's, go ahead.
That'd be like Del Mar. We lost stuff in Del Mar. That's a big place for horse racing.
Mhm.
Can't think of anything else right now.
Yep.
Uh,
So watch this. So Del Mar Horse Racing. Is that an event or what is that?
it's a racetrack.
A racetrack. So Del Mar Horse Racing. So look at this. Del Mar
Del Mar, yeah,
Thoroughbred Club. Is that it?
yep, Del Mar Thoroughbred Club. Yeah,
Sorry. So here. So Del Mar Horse Racing Club Renowned. Okay. So we're going to go to accounts. Del Mar National. Is this it? Does this like look like it? Celebrating
yep,
75 years of world class. Okay.
yep.
Now watch this. Is it fair to say that, let's see. I was going to ask if you were following them, Stephen, but it looks like you're not following them.
No, not really. No.
Is it fair to say that people who are interested in horse racing going to this event, is it fair to say that they may follow this account to keep up with when the event is and what type
Yeah.
of information?
Oh yeah. Plus they have luxury homes too.
Yep.
They love that's associated with that's a luxury home market. It's where people that are horse race they're into that.
Yep. And so now, so Del Mar National Horse Racing, we're on their account. And then watch this. I go into their followers and I can see every single one of their followers.
Yep.
And now all I do, every single one of these people are interested in horse racing, more specifically Del Mar, right? And so now what I would do is come in here and let's see all the people who do not have private accounts, right? Showcase training stables. This is the actual training stables, the business itself. And so when you comment on there, you're getting you're either getting the attention of the business owner if it's a small business, or you're getting the attention of the social media manager of that business owner, right? And so I would go in here and comment whatever it is. And again, I don't know horse racing, so maybe I would go to this. Oh man, that's a beautiful white horse. and then say some horse lingo.
You
I
wouldn't
don't,
say white horse for sure.
yeah. Whatever the name of that horse is, I don't know what the name of it is, but I would like it and just say, that's an amazing horse, right? And I would just go down the list. I would literally just go down this list. Karen Berry, Savs. I know some of these are private, but literally, this is what I would be doing in my spare time. It's literally networking on steroids, right? And again, do not come in here and put, that's a nice horse. I'm a real estate agent. Do you need to buy something soon?
Oh, oh yeah, that's not good. No, don't say that.
Yeah, don't say that at all, right? And so, and I'm pretty sure Steven goes to some of these events.
Yep,
Hey, that's amazing. When is the next event? I want to
that's
go.
that's a good thing to say. Yeah,
Yes. And so, beautiful horse. I love those types of horses. When is the next event? And now you're creating this engagement with them. And again, this is networking on steroids. I did this on the LinkedIn platform. In 3 months, I grew from 300 followers to 1,500 followers. And this is all I was doing. Every single day, I would jump onto LinkedIn, and LinkedIn's platform is a little bit different, but the concept is the same. I would go in there and I would be the extroverted social person on social media. I would go there and I would find individuals. At the time, I wanted to interview broker owners and CEOs of big real estate brokerages, and I can find those individuals on LinkedIn. So I would go into LinkedIn, I would type that in the search bar, and I can type it in by company name. I can look up everything on LinkedIn. And then I would engage with their posts. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting thought about recruiting. Have you thought about it like this? Or what is your take on this? Oh, this is interesting. Another guy that's in the prop tech space. Oh, interesting on prop tech. How did you build this company? Da 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 da. Right? And it got to a point to where I started connecting with a bunch of individuals in my industry, and now I'm rubbing shoulders with a guy in the East Coast that buys and sells, like his game is M&A, and he buys and sells real estate brokerages. And so I'm like, hey, dude, do you want to jump on my podcast and teach me how you do that? I want to know all the ins and outs of how that world works, right? And for me, again, my target audience was broker owners and CEOs of big teams across the nation for real estate, and that was my way of engaging with them. I went from 300 to 1,500 followers in like 3 to 4 months. And we're seeing the same thing happen, except it's on a different, it's one, the target audience is different, and then two, it's a different platform. But overall, like the result of that is now what happens is, we call this in the business world, inbound leads. Inbound leads is where somebody comes inbound. They are coming to you saying, I want more information on your services, right? Because what ends up happening is, and a lot of salespeople, this was very difficult for me to understand at first, right? Because what you're doing is building your brand online, right? But what a lot of people it's kind of hard for me to understand. What are we on time? Yeah. It's kind of hard for me to explain this because I don't know, my logical brain can't put it together. But here's how I can say this. If somebody knows you and they know you're a real estate agent, they know what you're capable of as a real estate agent, they've been on your profile and they see you post content about, here's what first-time home buyers should do when it comes to buying a home. Here's what, I've seen people that work at stables, so owners of local businesses in the Del Mar area, this is what you should do in order to qualify for a mortgage because you're a business owner and you don't have a W-2. See, that's a very specific piece of content targeting that niche now. And so when they see that you're posting that stuff, what's happening is top of mind awareness, right? And so now it's just like your friend in person. Everyone has friends on here, right? And so when you have your friend and they know you're a real estate agent, and when that time comes to buy a home or sell their home or ask about rent, they're going to come to you. Why? Because you're top of mind. When they think about real estate or they hear that in their family, oh, I'm thinking about buying my home. Hey, you should hit up Mike. He's really good at real estate. Matter of fact, he just joined this amazing Warburton team, right? And they did over 1,000 transactions in the past whatever it is. You should hit him up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you his number. I'm gonna put you in a group text, right? That's how that works. But you can now do that online. And so now, when you get these people, so specifically for Steven, when you're going online and you're engaging with when you're engaging with horse racers, owners of stables, bookies, the gambling world, everything that has to do with horses, when you're engaging with everyone in that community, all you're doing is creating top of mind awareness. and you're not going in there as like, hey, I'm your professional. They go on your Instagram, they see that anyways. Oh, he's a real estate agent. And if Steven, you have posts of horses on your stuff, they're gonna be like, oh, that's dope. He's into horses too. And so that part, that it's brand. That's what that is. And when somebody consistently now, so now if I were to follow Steven and I was an owner of a stable and I've been thinking about selling my stable, like the land that it's on, or potentially I'm renting, and again, I don't know how this works, but I'm just guessing just for example's sake. If my stable is on a piece of land that I'm renting and I want to buy this because I have enough money, I brought in enough, however my revenue stream is for a stable, and I have enough money now to buy this piece of land that I'm on and I want to build on it, who do you think I'm going to go to? Steven. Yeah. And that's how that works. And now it's them DMing Steven or Steven posting something of a selfie at him at the new Del Mar event this year. And they comment on it saying, hey, I was actually there too. And do you mind if we talk? I've been thinking about like buying the piece of land that my stable's on. That's how that works, right? And those types of leads are immediate. Like you convert them immediately, just like I showed you that how I did that real estate agent that inquired for us. It was immediate. I got on the phone with her. I asked her for information. She was like, oh yeah, here's my number. Got on the phone with her. Hey, look, how's everything going with your real estate career? I qualified her. And then I was like, all right, cool. Let's set you up for an appointment with our team.
Two different.
And then boom, that's exactly how that works.
Yeah.
And so, does anybody have any questions about that before logging off on here?
Yeah, let me phone number if you have it.
John, can you mute yourself again? Because we're picking up your conversation.
Oh, sorry.
It's
Please.
Kathy.
You're good.
Can't talk like that to Kathy.
Any questions from anybody?
No.
Free. This is free lead gen. Free leads, free clients. And yes, it takes time. This is one of those, I do want to say brand is a long-term game. This isn't, if you're in this and you're just like, I want to lead right now, then go talk to Andrew and ask him about how you can get the 50 leads a week in the Blitz campaigns and FUB so you can call deals right now. That's how you get right now business. Building brand is a long-term game, right? And so I wouldn't expect going in here and yeah, you know, for us, it happened in 3 weeks where we got our first inbound lead on Instagram, right? But brand, one, you should be genuinely interested in these communities and just engaging with them anyways, not with the, you know, not with some sort of like intention of like, oh yeah, I'm going to convert everybody that follows me. No, like you should be genuinely engaging in these communities because you're a decent human being, right? But yeah, I mean, that engagement piece, that's one of the biggest pieces that I see that any business owner misses out on social media. They think that like, oh, I should just post and post and post and post and post and post and post. And when does the business come in? And I'm like, well, that's not how it works. Like you got to go in there and you got to engage with everyone. And so if nobody has any questions, then I really hope everybody has a really great weekend. Again, apologies for our iCONNCT software being down at the moment. We are working really, really hard to get it back up and running. And yep, if anybody on here wants to go follow us on either the Warburton team or iCONNCT, you can either go to @iCONNCT_official or go look at all the content that we're posting on our Instagram on our Warburton team. Like everything that I'm talking about on here, we're actually doing on our social media channel. And so for the Warburton team. And so that one is @Warburton Props. I believe that's what it is. Other than that, I hope everybody has a great weekend.
Thank you, Dominic.
See ya.